It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Chiefs and the Patriots, next on Madden NFL 25.
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot.
Season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, his second year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back-to-back carries here. This is ahead for about 5. Justin Reed with the tackle. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Pickup of 5 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Made a throw it. Finds his man Rice. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's May. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's a New England first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the Chiefs' 14-yard line.
May now from the gun. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's May. Forced out to his right. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots finish up an excellent opening series. Drake made the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Ford on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down. They go play action. It's Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Again, Mahomes to throw. Taken in by Harrison. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That's caught for the 1st. Running in the red zone. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38.
From the 38. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he does what he can there, up to the 25. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Play action, Mahomes. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Carlton Davis. And the Patriots are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. May. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
The 12-year vet strikes true. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Dallas Flowers now on the return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on Q1. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Pistol now for Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. The give now out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. It's inside the 10. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Throwing again, Mahomes. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, Mahomes. The bat's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead.
14, Patriots 10.
The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Here's a give up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Putting a receiver in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Flushed out now to his... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Operating from the gun, here's May. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high, brings up fourth down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
He's got Harrison. And
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Called in left side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes here from the gun on third down. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
From the 21. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Throwing is Mahomes. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll try and punch it in. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The Patriots offense all set to go. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
It's second and 8.
Let's go now. Go.
From the gun, it's May. Finds him on the slant. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a New England first down.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. First down throw for May. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. May now on 3rd down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down. May now from the gun. Completes this one to Rice. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air yet again, May. Connecting on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. May on 1st and 10. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up. Back to the air. It's May. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Working inside the red zone. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So we've arrived at halftime. The Chiefs with a lead so far on the road. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. The Ravens are able to avoid the 0-3 start as they pick up their first victory on the year. From there, we head through Delaware and up to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. The Falcons continue their winning ways. They are 3-0 now to start the new year. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Flowers now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Caught, nice gain left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That one's incomplete over the middle. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So that brings up 2nd down. Pistol now for Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB and tight end? They got that ball out in a hurry.
Back to the air, Mahomes. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Again, Mahomes to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 17. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that brings up 4th and long. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The New England offense running out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
To the air on first down, May. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's go. Turn it.
Here's May to the air. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. May to throw it. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Running back sent in motion. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Play action, Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Brought in right side. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Running it now out of the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 3-possession game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs push their lead to 18. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
From the 37. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
It's a design boot. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They send a man in motion. First down throw for May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They get 13 on the pickup, and that's a New England first down. From the gun, it's May. Hits him on the out route. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Hauled in by Rice. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds the in route complete. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Receiver in motion, headed right. To the air yet again, May. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Second and 6 coming up here. They are throwing it again. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver. QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
May now from the gun. The back grabs it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt.
Or Kate's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. That's a catch, looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the 1st.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the punt team downs this one just inside the 40. The Patriots running their offense out there. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They've got a man in motion. From the 41. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Plowing up the middle. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
May on 1st and 10. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Motioning him from the slot right. Back to the air. It's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England 1st down. Here's May. Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and 15. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Throwing is May. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He's got it deep downfield. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3. Working inside the red zone. The back's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Patriots can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he tried to finesse that one far too much. It doesn't come close to the landing zone, so set this drive up at the 40. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They kick the running back in motion. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Oh, he lost the football! Scooped up by the Patriots! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
This offense ready to get going again now. They'll try. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Ooh, and this is a worm burner. He didn't hit this one well. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down. Motioning him from the slot right. Setting up to pass. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3rd and 4 coming up now. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him 2 yards on the run. That leaves him 1 short, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Desperation time here on 4th. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get it up to the 27. Here he is to throw. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Man in motion here. To throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.